Chesterton, quality products, knowledgeable service. This video will illustrate the proper procedure to follow when installing a Chesterton 880 or 891 rotary unit with a self-aligning stationary or L-shaped stationary unit. Prior to installing the seal, the equipment should be brought into good condition. The installation instructions provided with the seal units should be used during the actual installation. The 880-891 component seals require measuring an installation dimension and centering of the stationary unit in their assembly onto the equipment shaft. The installation dimension is provided in the instructions. With the pump shaft, stuffing box, and impeller in operating position, spray blue layout fluid on the shaft in the area of the face of the stuffing box. With a straight edge held across the face of the stuffing box and against the shaft, rotate the shaft and scribe a reference mark at the stuffing box face. Remove the power end the impeller and the back cover. Spray blue layout fluid on the end of the shaft. From the stuffing box face reference mark, measure the installation dimension previously determined and place another scribe mark onto the shaft. Slide the gland onto the shaft and position it against the bearing housing of the pump. Remove the rotary and stationary units from their boxes and check the O-ring compatibility to ensure use of the correct O-rings in the product to be sealed. Change all O-rings if necessary. Ethylene propylene optional O-rings are provided with each unit. Place one gasket, provided with the seal, onto the self-aligning stationary metal holder. Slide the stationary and gasket on the shaft and up to the gland. In other cases, when using the L-shape, place one gasket over the nose of the stationary and place another gasket behind the stationary. Then you would slide the L-shaped stationary unit over the shaft and up to the gland. Lubricate the static O-ring of the rotary unit with the silicone lubricant provided with the seal. Remove the red protective face coating from the face of the rotary unit. Slide the rotary onto the shaft by pushing on the back of the rotary. Slide the rotary unit on the shaft until the back of the unit is in line with the measured scribe line. Tighten all the set screws to the shaft evenly and firmly to lock the rotary in position. Reassemble the back cover and impeller onto the equipment. Insert the stationary into the gland and move it up to the stuffing box face. Engage the washers and nuts onto the studs without tightening. Place the plastic centering gauge supplied with the seal between the shaft and stationary to properly center the stationary around the shaft. Finger tighten the nuts. Then evenly tighten the nuts approximately 1/2 turn to achieve the gasket seal. When using the L-shaped stationary seal ring, do not over-tighten the gland nuts as the stationary is being compressed, and over-tightening could distort the seal face, resulting in startup leakage or breaking of the stationary unit. Remove the centering gauge. By hand, rotate the shaft. The shaft should turn freely and smoothly with no metal-to-metal contact. This concludes the seal installation of the self-aligning stationary and the 891 with the L shape. To install the 880, also use this procedure.